If you were born in the 80s and raised in the 90s, you lived through the biggest shift in human history. If you've been here before, comment returning. If this is your first time, comment new. You lived through the last era where your parents didn't know where you were 24 hours a day. We Xennials are the bridge generation. Cell phones were rare in early childhood, but I remember when I got my first smartphone like I was living in the future. Growing up in the 90s was a truly unique experience. We lived through the golden age of independence, free from the endless connection of technology. I remember getting up early on Saturday morning to watch the real Ghostbusters. And if my mom wanted to go to the flea market, forget watching them later. I just have to wait till the next week and see what they played. Back then, we were in the moment. You wanted to live every experience because once it was gone, it was over. There was no watching it back before you uploaded to Instagram. I remember changing through the 11 cable channels that we had by pushing a button. And I also remember being 13 and having 500 channels on DirecTV. We had to choose between calling a girl on the phone or chatting on AIM. And when we were bored, we came up with fun out of nothing. Not doom scrolling and searching Netflix for an hour or two. Because of this, we have a unique relationship with tech. We've used it, but we weren't consumed by it. Our psychology is wired for delayed gratification mastery. I remember waiting weeks for Spider-Man to finally come out on DVD so I could go rent it from the movie gallery. Or only getting a CD maybe once a month if I was lucky. And then you would listen to that full album because it meant something. Nothing was instant. You had to wait for things to arrive, and the anticipation made it feel more like living. We still approach goals, relationships, and life decisions with this level of patience. What makes us stand out from every generation before or after is we all saw the world change at the same time. We stopped writing handwritten notes and started instant messaging. And we stopped calling our friends' houses and having to lie to their mom about where they were last night and just started texting them instead. I remember when privacy was possible, and we all gave it up for the ease of connection online. Now we live in a duality. We remember the days when life was slow and steady, and we now understand the conveniences of constant connection. We're not bothered by silence, but we are adept at digital communication. Authentic communication is king, but virtual relationships can be just as rewarding. I met lifelong friends on MySpace. I mean, come on. We're not trying to live in the past or run headfirst to get plugged into Neuralink. We live in the balance of the universe. Us raised in the 90s earned our grit from simple things that don't exist today, like figuring out how to make a mixtape off the radio without the DJ talking over it, or using a random McNally map to find your way to a town an hour away to see a band passing through, looking up facts in an encyclopedia instead of Googling it. The lifestyle we grew up with taught us mental toughness and resourcefulness that we still channel today. So if you happen to meet someone raised in the 90s, pay attention. We are present without being disconnected. We're tech savvy without being addicted. We remember when life moved slower. And somehow, even though the world moves at the speed of light today, we remain grounded. Comment your favorite memory from growing up in the 90s. Milty don't quit, and you don't either. Love you guys.